Good morning, everyone. Welcome to online class of St. Joseph's Academy, Mariam Nagar, Ghaziabad. Children, today in Moral Science of class 3rd, we are going to start chapter 4. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Now, what is the meaning of cleanliness? Cleanliness is both the abstract state of being clean and free from germs, dirt, trash, or waste, and the habit of achieving maintaining that state. Uh, or you can say that it is related to hygiene and disease prevention. And what is the importance of that in our lives? That you cannot deny it, that maintaining a clean environment is for the health of all humans, as their health completely depends on the atmosphere. Okay, so we are going to read this chapter, so let's enjoy it. Chapter 4, Cleanliness is next to godliness. Uday was a very lazy boy. Lazy to get up in the morning, lazy to brush teeth and get fresh, lazy to take bath, lazy to study, and lazy even to open the books and copies. He was interested only in eating, and he would simply swallow everything his parents did not like his nature. They used to punish him and scold him, but he did not bother. Now, children here, they know he's a very lazy kind of boy and he does not like to do any kind of work in a proper manner. He used to get up late, morning in the morning late, then brushing and getting fresh also, that is also in a lazy manner. Even to open the book also, or copies, he feel laziness all the time, laziness, not interested at all. Only what interest he was having, he was only interested in eating. Simply whatever he is getting, he was eating and swallowing, without washing hands, without doing anything. And this kind of nature his parents didn't like. Nobody likes, not only his parents, nobody likes this kind of nature. So they, what they used to do, they, because they got irritated, so they punish him and they scolded him, but he did not bother. He was not at all in tension. He was simply enjoying his food. One day, while playing in the ground, Uday felt hungry. He saw something to eat in the nearby shop. He purchased some sweets with the money he had. He ate everything without even washing his hands. Now, children, one day he was playing in the ground. Uday was playing in the ground, and he was feeling hungry. That means he was starving. So what he did, he purchased. Purchase means buy. Some sweets with the money he was having, and then he ate even that sweets without washing or his hands. So what happened next? See, after some time, he got stomach pain and started vomiting. Vomiting means spew. The pain was so severe that he started crying. When he reached home, his parents took him to the hospital. He was in the hospital for a week. Thus, they learned a good lesson. Now, children, what happened? If you don't wash your hands, if you don't follow the rules, if you don't follow the hygiene, what happens? Huh? You know that you will get ill. Some kind of ailments will come in your body. So here Uday also did the same thing. Because he didn't wash his hand, he got stomachache, and started vomiting. And then the pain was so severe, so acute, that he started crying because of pain. And when he reached home, told to his parent, they immediately took him to the hospital, and he was there for a week. He was hospitalized there for a week. So he got a good lesson. So Uday got this a good lesson, that to keep himself hygiene. But children, did you see the experience of Uday? And do you know why Uday got stomach pain? The same way, children, we should also follow the hygiene. It is not for Uday, for everyone. Nowadays, you can see coronavirus, how it is infecting everyone. And we have to means keep ourselves safe. So for that, what we have to do, we have to sanitize ourselves all the time. Wash your hands regularly. Keep mask on your face. So all these things shows that we should follow hygiene in our daily life. We can have a healthy mind only in a healthy body. We should remember that our body is the temple of God. We will be able to study, play, and behave well only if we have a healthy body. Clean clothes alone will not make us healthy, but we have to brush our teeth, trim our nails, take bath, and comb our hair daily. These are all healthy habits. Now, children, as you know, health is a state of body and mind, and we should remember this also, that our body is the temple of God. Okay, so we should follow good personal hygiene, huh? Because it is not only good for your body, it is good for the society also. Hmm? We will not able to behave well if our mind is not healthy, and our mind should be healthy, and that is only possible when our body is healthy. Now, only wearing good clothes is not that will not make you a smart, huh? Other things also you should follow. What that You should wash the body often, huh? Then if it is possible, go for a swimming. Hmm? And you can use wet sponge or cloth after swimming also. Then cleaning the teeth at least once a day, and if you do that after the meal, that is a very good process. After breakfast, it is very important to clean immediately after having your food before going to bed. Then washing the hair with soap or shampoo at least once in a week. Then washing hands with soap after going to the toilet. Then what you can do anything. If you're eating food, or you can wash hands with soap before and after also, huh? After eating. And uh, changing into a clean clothes, dirty clothes should be washed with laundry soap before wearing them again. Then hanging clothes in the sun to dry place, that is very important. This will kill some disease causing germs and parasites. Then try to avoid crowded place. These are some of the personal hygiene I'm telling you that you should follow. And one more thing, children, uh, sharing towels also, that should be stopped, you know. And then sneezing and coughing in crowded rooms, that also spread cold and flu. So what is the better way? You can put a handkerchief on your face that time whenever you feel sneezing or coughing. So these are some of the personal hygiene I'm telling you. Few are given in your book. Some this you should follow it. And these all are the healthy habits. Eat healthy and clean food. Wash hands before and after food. Drink boiled water and wash hands after going to the toilet are some good habits to keep our body clean and healthy. Now, children, as I said, how you can keep your body clean? How can you follow personal hygiene? But there is one more important thing, children, that you should keep in your mind, that eat healthy food and clean food. Because if you're taking a healthy diet, it will make your health, good health. And that is a nutrition what you're taking, that should be balanced one, huh? Because it protects you against many diseases. And then eating a variety of foods which is having less salt, sugars, saturated and fats, these all are essential for healthy diet. Now you can take some healthy things like vegetables, green leafy vegetables, apples, blueberries, sweet potatoes. These are healthy food. These kind of foods are healthy food. And what you should not eat, like bread, once in a while it is okay, but not always. You should not follow that much. Snack goods, then white flour is maida, then pasta and all this, and children like this most, so this should be avoided. Once in a while it is okay. Okay, children. And rest the healthy habits, all other healthy habits you should follow. Drink boiled water, that will help to reduce your you know uh, weight. If you're overweight, then it will help you. And one more healthy habit you should follow, that is of doing exercise, children. Because if you don't exercise, digestion problem is nowadays, it is increasing a lot, huh? So that will make a problem later on. So if you do exercise or dance even or play, that will help your body to digest the food and make you healthy, not only your body but mind also. We must be careful to keep our mind clean and pure. Hatred, anger, jealousy, speaking ill of others, quarrel, etc. will take away the health of our mind. Love, care, respect, forgiveness, appreciation, speaking good about others, etc. will keep our mind clean and healthy. To lead healthy lives, we have to keep our house and surroundings clean. Waste material should be put in dustbin. Now, children, see, you should make your brain healthy first of all. And for that, what should you do? You should, eat good food, do exercise regularly, then take plenty of sleep also, huh? Then make yourself mentally active, huh? By like playing cards or crossword puzzles, you solve it, reading you do, and in exercise, especially you're playing, that is a good one, huh? Then one more important thing is, children, remain socially involved, because what is happening nowadays, social interaction, if you don't do that, if you don't interact with the people, huh, people they are getting depression and stress, which is also contributing in memory loss. So try to look for your loved ones, huh, your friends, and especially others if you live alone, or you should be socially active, because it strengthens the health of your brain. And how you can strengthen your health of your brain? By loving others, by taking care, have respect for them, try to forgive them, appreciate them. If they are doing anything good, appreciate them, admire that thing. So that will make your emotions, your that emotions will get overwhelmed, and you will get good hormones in your body, and it will keep your mind clean and healthy. And if your mind is clean and healthy, everything is around you is healthy, huh? So to lead a healthy life, we should keep not only our house and surroundings clean, but our body, our mind. All the waste material should be put out, that should be put in dustbin, put in trash, huh? It should not be in your body, and it should not be also in your mind. And all these words like hatred, anger, jealousy, speaking ill about others, quarreling, these all are the dustbin waste products, huh? That should be put in dustbin, or keep away from your body and mind. Waste material should be put in dustbins and should not be scattered here and there. Scattered means, separate here and there. And if our study room and prayer room are not arranged, and if things are scattered here and there, then how can we study? How can we pray? We also need clean and well arranged classroom to study well. It is the responsibility of all the students to keep their classrooms clean. Now, children, not only your surroundings should be clean, not only your house should be clean, your classroom should be also be clean. Even at home, if your siblings are doing anything wrong, if they are scattering things here and there, you should make them understand that this is a wrong process. They should follow hygiene. Try to teach them how to follow hygiene. Then in classrooms also, you should make sure your hands are washed before and returning to the classroom, after lunch or recess. Okay. Then sneezing into the crook of your elbow, keep those airborne germs from spreading. Also, children, wipe down the classroom with disinfectant at the end of the day. You don't do that thing. Let the other people do this, but you should be aware of that, whether it is done or not. Then make everything in your classroom is neat and tidy, huh? Like clean off any shared objects in the rooms, like keyboards, writing utensils, chairs, and then discuss healthy behavior among yourself also. Okay, so these are some of the things we should follow and it is not the responsibility uh, of only one person. It is the responsibility of all the students, all the people, all the uh, community to follow this hygiene. Now we should remember that only a healthy body can have a healthy mind, and cleanliness is next to godliness. As children, you have read the chapter, Is Cleanliness Close to Godliness? Now this proverb expresses the idea that those who are pure and wholesome are close to God. It refers to both moral purity and to personal hygiene. As it is said in Bible, dear friends, let us purify ourselves from everything that contaminates. Contaminates means to infect, which spoils the body and spirit, perfecting the holiness out of reverence for God. That means we should not only purify the physically, but we should spiritually, body, not only body part, but this spirit also, the soul also should be, it should be pure, it should not be contaminated. Now it's a homework time, children. Read the chapter thoroughly and find the difficult words and find its meaning in the dictionary also, children. And this is the picture given in your book, that is of a house, and you have to draw in front of it a garden and color the picture, children. Do this work in the book and read the chapter once again. With this, thank you.